Hi, I'm Nick Anderer, Executive Chef at Maialino in New York City, and this is my ultimate sandwich. So I'm going to be making a porchetta sandwich. It's a Roman classic. We do a few little spins on it here at Maialino. I cover mine in some cheese and some broccoli rabe, put it on ciabatta. So this is how we get started. We got to first work on the seasoning for this pork. So I have some rosemary, I have some fennel, and I have some garlic. We're just going to chop this all up real roughly. Doesn't need to be pretty. And all this stuff is going to go into a mortar and pestle right here. So I'm going to take that garlic, just a little bit chopped up, put it into this mortar. Take a little bit of a good olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, that's all I cook with. Pour it in, and then I'm just going to start grinding away. So you can see it all sort of coming together here. This looks pretty good to me. Here's our big old pig. And this is the middle section. So you got your belly here. And here, I'll show you the other side. So you can see the skin. You got your belly here, your loin up here. This is where the shoulder was and the head. Down here was the butt. This is a pork middle. We're gonna take our knife and we're gonna make some incisions here. There's some natural incisions already made in there, but I'm gonna do a few more, just so we have plenty of places to put all of that delicious seasoning we made. You can do this with a pork shoulder too. Pork shoulder works really, really well. And if you get a pork shoulder that has the skin on, you can just take the flesh side of it and just make these incisions like this and pretty much do the same thing. You don't even need to tie it if you're doing a pork shoulder. You can just put it straight in the oven as is. We're gonna take our delicious seasoning here and rub it all over. Get all that in there. So that's looking pretty good to me. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put a whole lot of salt and pepper on it. And then we're gonna take a whole bunch of salt and sprinkle this everywhere. And you're eating such thin slices of it that it needs to be very aggressively seasoned. So this is gonna taste great when it comes out. It's not gonna be too salty, trust me. We're gonna take this bad boy, roll them up, tie them, and pop them in the oven. The broccoli rabe I blanched, which means I basically just took some of these florets and the greens and I just dropped them in boiling salted water for literally 30 seconds. That's all it takes. And then pulled it out, put it in some ice water. Because what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna make this even more delicious by tossing it with some roasted garlic, putting it on a plancha and searing it up. You can also do it in a cast iron pan. You can drop it in a deep fryer. You can do whatever the hell you want with it, just so long as it gets a nice little sort of char on it. I think getting charred broccoli rabe is a nice little flavor to be mixing in with this pork. All right, so our broccoli rabe is getting nice and charred here. We got little black bits, which is what I'm looking for. I'm gonna take all this stuff. To me, everything tastes better with a little bit more olive oil. So I'm just gonna drizzle it on there. Gets it all shiny and delicious. So we got this bad boy out of the oven. You can see there's a ton of fat and good juice down here. We wanna keep some of that stuff because that's gonna make this sandwich even more delicious. You gotta let this guy rest for at least half an hour. I'd say about 45 minutes to an hour is even better than that. Knots of the string right here. Just gonna pick them up and snip. This is good for a big party. If you have a pork shoulder, you know, that'll be good enough for about like 8 to 10 people. Take all that string off. And sometimes you can just peel the skin right off. You might not even need the scissors to help you out. They come off in chunks like this, which is a beautiful thing. So we're gonna drop that skin in the deep fryer, wait until it gets nice and bubbly. It might spend 3 or 4 minutes, 350 degrees. And we're ready to slice away. So I personally love this stuff on the end, these little like charred bits. All right, so you can see here as I'm slicing into it, all those cuts that we made with the knife before that have all that beautiful green stuff inside. All those herbs and garlic that's been roasted in there with the pork. All I'm doing is running my knife through here so I don't have to bite into the sandwich and take out a piece of pork that's bigger than my face. And so long as it's into nice little bite-sized pieces, you're all good. I'm gonna take some of this skin and just start hacking it up. Just gently tapping it with the cleaver. I don't wanna get it too small. I'm gonna take a little bit of ciabatta bread here, cut it in half. Again, it's like sitting on this cutting board with all these good juices. I'm actually gonna take some of this pork fat right here, rub it all around on that, drop it right down onto the plancha. Once you get this nice little char going on there, you're ready to rock. So we're gonna take some of this pork, I'm gonna pile it all up on there. I'm gonna take some of this broccoli rabe and the garlic. We got a little delicious provolone cheese. All right, so we're gonna put this guy underneath a broiler here. Oh, there it is. There's a couple little things I like to do. Remember that juice that we strained off? And I actually like drizzling a little bit on the bread here on the top slice. That bottom slice is plenty saturated, but this top slice needs a little bit of that juice. Take some of this crispy skin, pile all that on top of the cheese. Oh yeah. Top them off. Give them a slice. And that's my ultimate porchetta sandwich. For more ultimate sandwiches, click to subscribe.
Join us for a coffee run. Why would you eat that style? With mouths full of rotten shark meat and a Brenneman chaser. Sustainably raised, low in fat, and loaded with protein. Here's a snack you can feel good about: scorpions. What do you get when you combine Mexican tamales with Cajun flavoring? A Louisiana-style foodgasm. What happens when you make a cupcake out of chocolate chip cookie dough and stuff it with Oreo cookies and peanut butter? No, don't answer. Just click. Subscribe to Taste It for more free treats.